SMT Nation, we back. Nation, we've got some developing news here. This one in regards to service outages. And we know that there's been a lot of these, specifically, namely, probably more targeting AT&T in this case. They've been experiencing a lot of network connectivity issues, from failed calls to major scale nationwide outages, millions of customers impacted. And the FCC is looking to possibly change the rules on how outages are reported. Let me tell you what's happening here based on this news story about the FCC and how it's going to impact carriers, what it means for you. Link for the article. This one's from USA Today. Be linked in the description. Ways to support us can be found there as well. Please do like and share this video. Subscribe if you're new here, and turn on the bell notifications icon to never miss an upload from the SMT. All right, folks. So the FCC wants new rules. They want new rules governing the outage reporting from big wireless providers and network builders and managers. Okay, so think T-Mobile, Verizon, AT&T. The FCC they probably want more information. And the reason they want that information is so there's more accountability and culpability when these providers lose network connectivity, right? So outages all have to be reported to the FCC. The requirements are very clearly written out in rules of operations, and those things have to be communicated to the FCC. Over the course of the last couple of years, the FCC has seen an evolution of what's required to report from the big carriers. Now, the mobile network operators and the network builders, they're pushing back. They don't want to give more information on outages. So they're pushing back on this. The FCC wants more information. The carriers don't want to give it to them. They don't want to be upheld to stringent or more restrictive requirements and having to include more information because, that could be, trade secrets. That could be, additional costs of reporting certain things, right? And they could probably sweep a lot of things under the rug as long as they know they don't have to report them. So they're going to push back on this. They're going to say that's excessive, it's not necessary, and that's what they're doing. FCC trying to propose this, right? I know T-Mobile's going to push back. Comcast, Xfinity, services, Verizon, they're all going to push back on this. FirstNet is pushing back on this, right? And they're the first responder network. They're all pushing back, guys. And what you're going to see is you're going to see the carriers say, well, if we have to be upheld to these stricter standards, then so should FirstNet, and FirstNet's going to push back. So, this is not nothing. This definitely is something. The reason why this is a good thing, if this was to be approved or modified, is carriers would have to start being more transparent. They would have to be more descriptive in their reporting on these issues. And, everybody's going to have to do this. From satellite operators like SpaceX with Starlink or, Dish and EchoStar, to the terrestrial providers like Verizon, T-Mobile, AT&T, and even the FirstNet part of AT&T's commercial network. They're all going to have to do this. I'm telling you guys, the FCC is going to get a lot of pushback. These providers don't want to give more. They want to give less. If you ask them, they're providing more than enough information. If you ask the FCC, they deserve more. What's your take? Should the carriers and network operators be held to tighter standards, have to report more transparency, more openness, more declaration? Or do you think it's fine the way it is? Your take on it in the comment section. You're the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard.